This is TV before HD. This is TV now. Notice the difference? Of course you do. Speaking of high definition, be sure to click that subscribe button so you can see all the latest audiophile gear in HD while I creepily stare in the background, slightly out of focus. Click the bell icon too to get notified when we drop the latest video or review. All the best stuff right here. HD. It was a game changer for the television. It's like you didn't know that there was that much to see. The size of the picture, the level of detail, the vibrancy of the colors. It was experiencing something for the first time, and that can always be exciting. In a similar fashion, the X-SABRE 3 makes some substantial improvements that bring new amounts of detail and features, so much that it's like rediscovering your music all over again. That's not sales speak, y'all, it's just a matter of fact. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at some of the things that I dare say make this one of the best hi-fi DACs on the market. The X-SABRE 3 Pro MQA DAC is Matrix Audio's latest iteration of their popular Sabre standalone DAC. The X-SABRE 3 Pro is not so much an updated version as it is a complete redesign of the original, making some substantial improvements. Let's start with the chassis. Although the overall form factor hasn't changed much, the new chassis is 10 millimeters wider and 2 millimeters lower than the last generation, as well as the top panel is covered with a tempered glass, making it one slim and sleek device. Downside to glass? It's a fingerprint magnet. Fortunately, Matrix Audio includes a remote with the device, so you'll never ever have to touch it and dirty it up with your fingers. At the end of the day though, the Sabre 3 looks much nicer and more premium than the previous Sabre DAC. The next update is the full color LCD screen in the front. The previous Sabre only had a single color display, and the new upgraded screen is bright, sharp, and detailed. The only thing is that I find it difficult to think it would be useful unless you were sitting right next to the unit. It's small, but it does provide some nice information, and the screen looks great. On either side of the screen, you'll find touch-sensitive backlit buttons. From left to right, you'll find power on-off, dark mode, which turns the LEDs off, source select, mute, back arrow, LED screen, forward arrow, filter settings, sync, and settings. Don't worry, you don't have an LED out on the furthest right side to balance the icons. It's reserved for the IR signal from the remote. The back of the unit also has a revamped design with the following ports. From left to right, audio output XLR and RCA left and right channels, audio output I2S low voltage differential signaling, optical coaxial RCA, USB audio, LAN, trigger out, trigger in, and power. The Sabre 3 Pro is heavy. I like heft though, and considering the internals and tempered glass upgrades, it's understandable. Let's talk about sound. It'll be interesting to hear that the new X-SABRE Pro 3 DAC uses the same DAC chip as the last X-SABRE DAC. The X-SABRE 3 uses the tried and true ES9038 Pro flagship chip, which provides a wonderfully detailed sound signature and plenty of clarity. Matrix Audio also made the design choice to isolate the power, digital, and analog circuitry in the X-SABRE 3 and put them into separate compartments inside the chassis. These compartments are carved from aluminum and help to protect your audio from noise and distortion. According to Matrix, due to the upgraded components, it was necessary to place the DA conversion and output stage into independent cavities to prevent further interference. For my testing session, I used the X-SABRE 3 Pro connected to the Mytek Liberty THX AAA HPA with a Silver Dragon Premium cable to the Meze Audio Elite headphones. You can read more about my in-depth sound impressions in the written review, which we'll link to below. But to touch on some main points, the Sabre 3 Pro is an impressive DAC. Flagship hardware delivers flagship level results, and the 9038 Pro is one of the best chips out there. In my time testing this DAC streamer, I can safely say I've been reintroduced to some of my favorite music. The Sabre 3 Pro provides some of the best detailing and clarity I've ever heard in a standalone DAC. Sabre is known for these traits to begin with, but the way it is implemented is next level. Transparency and imaging is something you'll just have to experience, and combined with elements of micro detailing, the Sabre 3 has something for just about every genre out there. My particular favorites with the DAC are classical and jazz, rock, alternative, folk, and blues. But that's not to say it doesn't enhance other genres as well. Bass-heavy genres will benefit from tightening up of the lower frequencies, less bloat, and more depth. Guitar-heavy genres will perceive a larger sound wall with more energy and a larger soundstage. Quieter genres will love the intimacy provided by the Sabre 3 DAC with no detail left hidden. Bottom line is that this is one of the best standalone DAC options you can have in your system, and it's definitely a favorite here at the office. I won't get too much into it here, as you can read about the plethora of features this thing packs, but the Sabre 3 is not just a standalone DAC, but a designated streamer too. It's the first in Matrix Audio's product line to include Tidal Connect and Spotify Connect. You can select the unit as a playback device with your streaming service and enjoy all your favorite high-resolution audio in stunning detail. It's also room ready, so a big pro there for the device. Let's talk about Dragon cables. When it comes to USB connection to your device, both Silver Dragon USB and Black Dragon USB cables would make excellent choices due to the nature of the cables being built to audio transfer specs. Be assured, due to the quality of materials we use, that your data packet transfers will be more efficient and reduce jitter. For your line output, it more so depends on the kind of music you like to listen to. The basic rule of thumb is this: you like a more musical and warm presentation to balance out the detail of the X-SABRE 3, go with the Black Dragon interconnect. If you're a detail junkie and like a more analytical interpretation, go with the Silver Dragon interconnect. As always, feel free to contact us with any questions you may have, and we'll make a personalized recommendation for you and your system. The X-SABRE 3 Pro is an upgrade in every sense of the word from the previous generation DAC. Matrix Audio has put a tremendous amount of effort into improving one of the best DACs on the market and making it even better, more resolute, and packed with the latest features, bringing it up to date, putting it ahead of the competition. The addition of Tidal and Spotify Connect, combined with Room Ready certification, makes the X-SABRE 3 the perfect high-res streaming host to add to your system. This DAC is one of the best sounding on the market, hands down, and will provide a level of detail and clarity few DACs can match. If you want more information on the Matrix Audio X-SABRE 3 Pro MQA DAC streamer, head over to the written review for in-depth sound impressions, comparison info with the original Sabre Pro, and much more. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, and remember to subscribe if you want to see more audiophile gear reviews just like this one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.